Welcome in, everybody. My name is, of course, VanBradley. And look, in Civ 7 right now, we have a lot of fun shit happening on the water. We got Blackbeard, we got the pirates. It's all very powerful. It's all very exciting. But I wanted to return to Civ 6 for a one-off game to revisit the original super powerful, super fun to play naval Civ João III of Portugal. If you are unfamiliar with what's about to happen, all you have to do is head into Civ 6 and set yourself up on a very large map with João III, because every time you meet a new civilization, you will get a free trade route capacity. Add to that all the trade route capacity you get just by playing the game, and then all of these abilities here which make your trade routes better, and boom, you are set up for a very fun and powerful game. We are on Deity. We are on a large archipelago map. A lot of the settings are in the description. If you would like to play this exact save file, it is in our Discord server. You can head in there, load it up onto your computer, and boom, you can play the exact same game we are playing right now. You're likely smarter than me, though, so it'll go better for you. However, with no further ado, let's just get into the wild craziness for our one-off. This is my first game of Civ 6 in a very long time, so this is very exciting for me, too. I hope you enjoy this. We're going to settle our city in place. Lots of water, lots of good stuff for what we're trying to do here. So we're going to settle our capital city right here. And we got a sailing... Oh, man, I missed the boost so much. Oh, my goodness. But here we go. Lisbon is down. As per usual, we are naming our capital city after a channel member who is helping keep the lights on at VBHQ with their patronage. Today it is Michael. I promised Michael in the YouTube comments I would do this, so here you are, Michael. You have Michael's Trade Empire as our capital city. If you too would like cities named after you and early access to the videos and would like to help keep the lights on at VBHQ, you can click that join button just underneath this video or the link in the description. Early on, I'm scouting around. I'm looking for goodie huts. I'm trying to get some trade routes on the water. I'm trying to get some boats on the water so we can meet people and get that trade route capacity. Pretty early strategy here that's pretty common for João. Get on the water, meet the people, get the trade route capacity, and work from there. Not a lot of production early on, so this is pretty slow. And this is like full deity, so we do have to be a little bit careful for the AI. They're going to get like 3 free settlers early on. Hey! Oh no, not Coupe. Okay, well, I guess there is like 20 people on this map or whatever I said. So that's Coupe is annoying because he can come just from the skies anywhere. He starts in the middle of the ocean, so he's not like spread out evenly like every. Okay, well, so far nothing overly remarkable has happened. I haven't found anything, but I am worried that Coupe is nearby. Happy to have someone to trade route though. You can see we have 1 trade route capacity now because we have met Coupe. Oh, he denounced me early. Okay, well, he must be nearby. All right, we finally have our first goodie. I quite like the one in Civ 7 where you get a choice between 2 things, but please give me a boat, give me a settler, give me, I guess you can't get a settler. Give me something good, though. Give me a relic would be good. All right, Mulan unlocked. Hey, Void Singer's discovered. What did I actually get, though? A boost towards foreign trade? Okay, well, I don't know how good that was overall, but we'll take a governor appointment. That's not so bad. In almost every game of Civ 6, Pingala or Magnus are the 2 best options to go for early, but we're doing a trade-focused game. We're having fun. We don't play Civ 6 that often, so let's go with Reyna. I don't know if I've ever done a Reyna start, so we'll put Reyna in here and see how that works for us. Gonna head into foreign trade right away to unlock the trader so we can start trading with people. We've got a second settler now. A lot of these cities, especially early on, are going to be quite big. We're going to be able to get quite a bit of food in there and up the populations and kind of just grow the borders. And so I think we're going to settle over here. Coupe is in this general direction. This is a really good harbor. I think just kind of sorting out this area of the map is probably smart. I think next up we'll go for a galley. Without boats on the water, we can't explore the map, find more people, get more trade routes. So at some point, we're just going to have to commit to that. It's so interesting to have each individual unit have promotions, but we're going to go for like normal combat strength promotions just to clear out some barbs. These warriors will not be doing a lot for most of this game if things go well for us. Dude, they're just spawning like 1 unit per turn. Bunch of pricks, bunch of meanies. I probably should have just cleared the camp instead. That was maybe dumb. Bro, it's literally 1. Okay, well, we're done with this. All right, we're dispersing that clan, getting the era score, unlocking vampires. We're going Owls of Minerva this game, but this is ridiculous. Now I'm gonna get ganged up on. This isn't fair. Bro, bunch of jerks, man. Bunch of jerks. You give me... I wonder if I can actually escape this way, because they can't run on the marsh, and this guy can't just simply kill me. I wonder if I can escape. I'm gonna try. Bro, he could kill me. What a jerk. What an absolute melon. Okay, well, we're gonna need to get another unit over here. Anyways, we can settle our second city though. This coastline seems perfect. Lots of resources, lots of area for boats to move around. Seems great. We got our galley. That's some air score, which is fun. Someone else is on the water though, or we would have gotten more air score. That's not surprising. Probably Coupe to be fair. But we're gonna start meeting people, getting our trade routes, having a good time. In the meantime though, oh, that trader. I want that trader. I think though I gotta go for this warrior. I think I need a unit to kill those barbs because that'll be annoying when they come up to attack me. All right, we're looking for city-states on the coast and cities on the coast. The thing with Portugal is it gets its boost like from a coastal city, mostly to a coastal city, so the trade route is on water. So we're looking for cities that are on the actual coastline, not like one tile in. So that's what we're trying to find is people to trade with. There's some really good tiles to build early on. I want to get this wine for the amenities. Some plantations here are going into irrigation. That early builder's not so bad. I'm just going to save my gold to buy our first trader potentially. We're really looking to ramp up. This early game's a little slower, but as you meet more people and get more trade routes, you really start to ramp up quickly. Okay, Owls of Minerva is discovered. That is the secret society we're going to go for. Mitla, not on the coast though. Mitla, come on, man. I mean, happy to have the Sues. We're looking for Auckland for the Sues bonus, but man, that could have been better. All right, Wonders are already going. I've already like heard the noise for some city-states being killed, so ooh, there we go. They haven't even moved a little bit. So I'm worried that, oh, Nagaz Garmu, you're on the coast. Now we just got to hope that this island kind of loops around. It doesn't matter though, because we don't have like a coastal city in this direction. So we need another settler to come and settle on this side to get around here anyway. Yeah, so the good news is when we settle over here, we'll be able to get around to Nagaz Garmu. The bad news is we can't trade from Michael's Trade Empire because it can't go in the water and get there. Oh my god, we found Auckland. Holy shit. Oh my god. So if you're not familiar, if you become the suzerain of Auckland, shallow water tiles give you production. So that means all of these kind of light blue tiles will gain extra production, which is a huge boon for us. Well, I don't think we could have been any luckier. Still can't trade with Auckland, which is annoying, but that's incredible. Oh, now there's more barbs coming from all directions. We found Coupe's borders, but not tradable yet. I think I am just gonna have to buy a warrior. I need to be able to kill these. Do I want to? You kind of want to chop the copper. Anyways, I'll come around and get this wine. Yeah, more barbs have spawned here too, so we'll have some people to kill. We'll get some warriors. I don't feel too badly about that. Let's just get ooh, we got to clear these out. So we'll get a trader just to have one. Hey, it's Pantheon time. We hit 25 faith, which is awesome. We did that via policy cards, but now we can get God of the Sea +1 production on fishing boats. So anytime we work one of these ocean resources, we'll get extra production, which is exactly what we're looking for. All right, well, this is a problem because this guy's going to kill us too. Okay, well, we've had a reasonable start. This could be better, but it could be worse. That's always the other option. My boat survived the first dude kind of against the odds. Oh, he has a promotion, though. So we'll move as far as we can and then get this promotion. Yeah, combat strength versus naval units. I think he's going to die anyway, but maybe we'll get out. Yeah, the only people we can trade with is Evora. So we're going to hold this. We'll sleep the trader. I just kind of wanted to get it on the books. Oh, there's a couple of scouts here. All right, well, we'll kill the scouts. I'm not too crazy about it, but we'll get it done. All right, next up is another galley, I guess. We need boats on the water. Like, we got to discover stuff, so. And then we'll get this fishing boat here, because that'll give us the boost once we get Auckland going. All right, we found Candy. Still can't trade with Candy, though. We need something on this side. We just need to get the boat in the right area. I think we're losing the forest for the trees here. We just need to get the galley up here. First fishing boat down. Very, very cool moment. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that, baby. Hell yeah. All right, we hit the classical era. We're in a dark age because we accomplished absolutely nothing. But I think we accomplished a lot. We had fun. And if not for nothing, we're here to have a good time. Isn't that right, everybody? Isn't that why you're here? To watch someone have a good time playing Civ. I'm just going to go free inquiry. Mostly I want the era score every time we trigger a Eureka. I find those easier to trigger than the culture ones. In any case, we're just putting envoys into Auckland. You can see it says none for suzerain. We need enough envoys to become the suzerain, and then we get that boost on the water towards production, which is what we're looking for. Our second boat is on the water now. Do I go with my instincts, my VanBradley instincts? You know how much I love the Oracle. The problem is there's like 17 civs on this map. They're going to be building a lot of the wonders. Or do I go for a different... I think I got to go for the settler. Look, I love the Oracle. I think we'll do fine with great people. I think we just got to settle this side of this continent here. All right, so Kapiti is here, but Kapiti's not on the goddamn mother truckin' ocean, so we can't trade with it. You gotta be on the coastline. Come on, Coupe. We know this. It's just rude to do that to me. Gonna move up to shipbuilding, celestial navigation. I want my harbors down, obviously. That's gonna be the best district for us. Owls and Minerva, we can combine them with the commercial hubs, which is gonna be great. So we're looking at this side of the tree here. There's kind of two good fishing boat options here, and we can't trade yet. I'm actually gonna buy a builder just to get those right away, because that'll be some yields for us, which is good. And then get another trader. We're gonna need like 2 million of them, so might as well start. And there we go. These fishing boats are kicking in now, which is great. Ah, Montezuma. There's going to be so many people on this map. Just assume we're playing everyone. I think I'm finally going to be able to find someone to trade with, though, which is wonderful. Delightful, even. All right, more people. You can see our trade route capacity is increasing. We have many routes now. We are going to go down Reina, but with this next governor promotion, I'm going to go Owls of Minerva. Unlocked by sending an envoy to a city-state. If we can trade with city-states, we will get envoys there, which is kind of what we want as like a backup plan. So we're going to head into here, and there's just a lot of good abilities in Owls of Minerva that we're going to make use of. Oh, he's got the Great Barrier Reef. What a prick. What a jerk. What a dork. All right, everyone's like happy or mad about it. But can we trade with Opongo? Can you reach? Yeah, see, our trade routes over the water are so far extended, we can now reach. And that's going to be 9 gold for us, which is incredible. That's going to be a huge boost. I'm going to put in production towards naval units. I want to have a pretty good armada on the water scouting out early on. We got some friends who are happy with us, which is great, so we're going to declare some friendships. This game works best if you have friends, because you're trying not to fight people, because that's how you get your trade routes plundered, and it's how you kind of lose the ability to set them up in the first place. I'm just building these traders to have them in reserve. It doesn't matter where you build them. You can transfer traders to any city within 1 turn. So we just got to have them ready to go for when we do unlock some more trade routes. And once we get a city here and we explore like this little kind of nape and we have this done, we'll be able to trade with Nagaz Garmu, which is exciting. It's probably not the best settling location, but I want to have the wine pretty close. So we'll just go with Vizier down here. Coupe coming in with a sick offer. If I give them open borders, they'll give me iron, gold, and gold per turn. I mean, sure, man. Explore away. All right, with Vizier down, part of the reason we're doing this is to get a galley early on, and then we can explore that way. So we'll just do that. And then we'll go for some policy cards, baby. New government. Beautiful. So we can trade to the same spot from different places. So both Michael's Trade Empire and Evora can trade with Opongo, which is perfect. So we'll do that and get that 9. And now, because he's put a holy site down, we're actually getting faith. So these trade routes will get better based on the AI and what they build. So when they build campuses, we'll get science, etc., etc. So that's perfect. We'll trade with Opongo, and that's great. 36 gold per turn. I'm going to grab Harbor Master here on Reina. We're going to have a harbor in every single city, and the double adjacency there is going to be wonderful. I mean, we're only getting that double adjacency in the one city, but it's still going to be a really good double adjacency. We can trade all the way up here with Tenochtitlan, which is so funny, but 18 gold per turn. Jesus Christ. You can see just how the snowball happens here with the trade routes, and we still have 2 slots as well. I can also sell our iron, what we were given from Coupe, for 7 gold every turn for 30 turns, so we're absolutely going to do that. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff here. I think at this point, though, just get the traders ready. Like, because now Vizier can trade with Nagaz Garmu. You'll be able to trade with Tenochtitlan. We have the amount of people we need now to actually make progress here. Now, the benefit of trading with Nagaz Garmu is going to be the envoy, right? We might not get as many yields. Candy as well is another spot where we can get envoys for trading. So it's something we want to keep an eye on. Auckland, unfortunately, we have to try and get down here and kind of get in here into Funchal Bay. I don't know how well that's going to go for us, though. All right, I'm going to buy a trader here in Vizier just to get that going, and then we're getting another one here. So we're getting close. We have 6 slots now, so we're getting close. Yeah, we can absolutely trade with Candy. And having a suzerainship of Candy isn't the worst thing ever. Why not do that? You can see now we have an envoy in there, which is awesome. Receive a relic every time we discover a new natural wonder. I don't know how great that is, and someone else already has 4 envoys in there. Nagaz Garmu as well. We'll just get these envoys plugged in and see how well we go. We have 4 populations, so we have room for 2 districts. So the districts in Civ 6 are based on population, so you can't just build all of them. We want this harbor here for sure, but we can get this campus here. There's a reef nearby for a little bit of boostage, which is awesome, and it'd be good to just get some science locked in here. I'm just going to keep buying traders until we're at the limit, right? This gold that we're generating right now can't be spent in too many areas, and just making sure we're maxing out our trade routes is going to be the best thing we can do, I think. Hey, we have a government option. Let's take a look. I'm going to go Classical Republic. I want the Great Person points from the harbors we're about to get, and all cities with a district getting housing and an amenity is not so bad. Right now, that'll just be the one city. I also like this policy card distribution better. We don't really need the military policies for much, and so having more economic slots is better for us. We definitely want influence towards earning envoys so we can be the suzerain of Auckland more easily. 2 goals from trade routes is pretty funny. That's obviously going to be a good card for us for a while. And then I'll keep production towards naval units in because I am still building a galley in Avora. Yeah, so many options. Now we're cruising, and I can get production and gold from Nagaz Garmu here, so we're going to do that. Production is hard to come by early on until we're the Suze of Auckland, so we wanna make sure those production trade routes are coming in, I think. Oh, Paititi's down here. Bro, okay, we're gonna build a settler very quickly after this campus is done. I might even just buy one, but let's queue this up, and we're gonna come and settle Paititi. That's incredible. We now have harbors available, and we're just going to build a harbor in every city because it's going to be very, very helpful. Just bonuses to the ocean tiles are going to be great. The trade routes from the lighthouse are going to be great. So harbors going down everywhere. Cahokia is another great city-state for us to Suze. Builders making Cahokia mounds is just really, really fun. So having another one on the water that we can potentially trade with is great. Obviously, once we can get into the deep ocean and get rid of all this fog of war, the trade routes become much, much, much easier. Yeah, +4 harbor here feels really, really great. So that's awesome. We'll get a harbor here eventually. I'm not too crazy about rushing it when we have this Paititi settle here. Yeah, 560 for a settler though, so we'll have to see if that's something we want to engage with. We can finally become the suzerain of Auckland, which is amazing. So take a look at some of these ocean tiles we have. Boom! Extra production, baby. Hell yeah, that's a huge boon for us. I can't believe we found Auckland here. That's incredible. I think Auckland and Naval are the 2 best possible city-states we could find, so getting one of them early on is just so great. I think I'm going to buy a builder over here. We have this wine we want to get so I can sell it. We have some good tiles to work. We have some ocean tiles as well. Builders are only 230 right now, so might as well. Now that we have duplicate wine, we're going to come in here. These are extra if you have duplicates of the same luxury resources. They don't all give you amenities, so we're going to get a good gold chunk here. 12 gold every turn for 30 turns, and then 4 gold straight up. Hell yeah. Settler is complete. Let's move you straight down to Paititi as quick as possible, please. All right, definitely time for our harbor in the capital. I think we'll just put it right here. No problem. Seeing as we have the gold kicking around, I'm also going to buy the library here. A little bit of science, some great scientist points. You can see, though, that a lot of this gameplay is going to be taking this gold from the trade routes and buying the things we need. So you kind of build the districts because you can't buy them straight up, but then buy everything else you need from there is kind of a good way to play Portugal. We're moving into the next era shortly. We're going to have a heroic age, and part of that heroic age is going to be that these harbors are going to give us science equal to their gold. So for a portion of the game, we're going to have a huge science boost from that. We're also going to have monumentality, so we'll be able to buy settlers and builders with faith. So we'll probably try and settle this Paititi here with the settler we have, but then buy a couple more just to take up some of this land. We don't need a ton of cities to make this strategy work, but like 6 to 8 seems about right, probably. There's quite a few hero options. Sinbad, Hercules, and Himiko would be the best, but those are not available. So let's go for Anansi. I can go around the map and like remove resources from areas I'm not planning on settling, and that'll give me science and culture. So it's a little bit of a way to boost quickly through the tech trees, which is really fun. Ifajakalukolol. I don't know how to say any of that, but that's also settlable. Very interesting. And there we go. Everything got way brighter. Holy shit. Anyways, heroic age. It looks very sexy. This color grading is awesome. Anyways, we're coming in here. Lots of dark ages schmucks. We're getting that free inquiry. Commercial hubs and harbors. Their gold adjacency gives us science. We'll take monumentality. And then we don't have a religion, so pen, brush, and voice will just be our third selection. Now, part of this strategy is we're going to buy these lighthouses as they become available. So the lighthouses give us a lot of like coastal stuff, 1 food on coastal tiles, etc., 2 housing if it's adjacent to a coast. These lighthouses are good, but mainly they're giving us that extra trade route capacity, which is great. So once per city with a lighthouse, we can get an extra trade route capacity. That's why we need at least 6 to 8 cities to make this work. You want to find the right balance of cities to maximizing how many trade routes you have. But now we can buy a couple more traders. Singapore gives us 21 gold per turn and an envoy. I mean, look, we're just cruising. Yeah, double Singapore is incredible here. Oh my goodness. Seeing as we can buy settlers with faith now, and we only have 10 per turn, most from trade routes, so we're not exactly, swimming in faith, but the next settler costs 215. It might be worth grabbing a cheeky settler quickly. We have Anansi on the map now, and I'm just going to try and take her. We can't go too far because then we just won't have enough time to get rid of the resources. But a place like this stone, like this is just a stone I'm never going to use, you know what I mean? So we can just get rid of things like that. I think I'm going to spend my time grabbing some builders, to be fair. I want the builders to go around. We have some things to chop. Like, we're going to put a district here, so we're going to chop that out, etc. With Owls of Minerva, we can put the commercial hub and harbor next to each other. They give adjacency to each other, so that's extra gold. But also, we can use both the markets and the lighthouses for trade routes later if we go down Owls of Minerva. And so that's something that we want to take a look at. I don't know if I can make it all the way down to the Ifa Jackal, but I kind of want to try. I'm going to buy, 235 now. Oh my god, they're going up in price. All right, well, we're going to buy some lighthouses. That's kind of part of the strat here. So we got one in Michael's Trade Empire. And we got one over here. There we go. Some more trade route limit. Good, good. We're definitely going to grab a commercial hub in the middle. I would love to get Colossus. One trade route capacity is very, very good. I know that the AI are going to take this. We have some chops. We can get a builder and chop some of this out. I'm surprised they haven't, to be honest. Oh, it goes on. The only tile for it is one of these tiles. Must be adjacent to a harbor owned. Okay, we'll just go on this tile here then. We'll just have to buy the tile. Anyways, okay, so let's go like just a granary for a turn or two, and then we'll go in and try and get Colossus. I have low faith we can actually pull it off, but I am hell-bent on trying. All right, a wonder just got finished. Is it Apadana, so it's not Colossus. That's so funny. Whoa! One of our trade routes got plundered. That's not very nice. We need a bigger navy. Friends, Romans, countrymen, we need a bigger goddamn navy. What the hell? All right, you get your Katoosh over here and start killing the barbs that are killing our traders. What the hell? Right, anyway, we're purchasing this tile because that allows us to chuck the Colossus on that tile instead of the nice fishing tile. Boom. And then when we can afford a builder, we'll come in there and do that. The Paititi settle is in. Now, I actually wonder, I think you want to settle on this to get the whole Paititi. Yeah, we're going to come and settle on here. We'll get the sugar. Right, but I want to get every tile of the Paititi in my city. And here we are with Anansi. You can come in here and, get rid of these, like, bonus resources for a little bit of science and a little bit of culture, as you can see. With our governor title, we can get the ritual ability, which will unlock the gilded vaults. And the gilded vault, the replacement for the bank, is what allows you to have both trade routes, I believe. So we're going to go down there. Also, the gilded vault is just a very good source of culture, which we're going to need. All right, Singapore got defeated. That kind of sucks. As long as it's not Auckland, though, I think we'll be okay. Is anyone even attacked? No one's even near Auckland, so that's good. Just grab another envoy and a guest army. The benefit of our trade routes being plundered is you can reset them more quickly and kind of farm these envoys, so that's good. It's not worth it overall, but it's technically a benefit, so that's fine. Oh, Singapore just got taken by Coupe. So no longer a city-state giving us envoys, but still getting 21 gold. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much about that. I can finally grab this builder, though, to start chopping out some of this stuff for Colossus, which is good. I also need to put the Wonder policy card in if we can. There we go. Core V. Let's get that in instead of naval units. Perfect. And there we go. Here's our Paititi settle. Hell yeah. I feel like the Paititi settle, this city right here, is another city worthy of a channel member name. So I'm going into the pool, and Bagheera is our most recent channel member, which I appreciate. And because the city's named Braga, I think we can do something fun here. We're going to go for Bragira, because that's like a mix of both of those things, and I'm a very clever, funny person. But thank you for your patronage. Thank you for keeping the lights on at VBHQ. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to purchase a settler. We can also get traders with faith, which is very helpful. I'm going to get the settler, though. That's going to be the hardest for us to build, especially if I take the policy card out. I want to try and come down to the Ifa Jackal and get the double wonder settle. That just seems fun. Cartography, amazing. These now units are great for us, but education is kind of next up because we get a navigation school in our harbors, which can be very fun for some science. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus is one of the best wonders in the game. If we get great engineers, they have additional charges, and industrial zones are a district I will be trying to get quite a few of. I think this can be very, very, very good for us. I know it's probably not worth doing early on, and I know that it's a little bit silly to go for wonders this early, but I think that it's probably a good strategy if we can get it. I think we have a better chance of getting Mausoleum than Colossus, though. I can buy builders for almost nothing, though, so we'll get some more builders here. We can chop. We can get production from these tiles. I feel okay about it. I can also get more traders, so let's just start there. Let's get some in Bragira. Why not? Like, let's get them going a little bit. We have some routes to trade. We have some capacity to fill. I still haven't found the dorks that killed me on this end. I think they just got cleared over here, so I think we're fine now, but I don't want my trade routes getting plundered, obviously. Our next district is going to go in here, so I'll chop that tile out, get that trader quickly. I wonder how many... I don't actually know how many people are on this map. I think like 12. 12 or 16 or something. Something like that. It's a miracle we can get any wonders at all, to be fair. This is where Magnus comes in for these chops here, but we're going to do our best. 300 production still needed. This gives you 59. I mean, that's not nothing, but it's only a handful of turns. Yo, bro, what the hell? No way. Bro just culture bombed me. Bro just culture bombed this tile away from me. What an absolute prick. Oh my god. I forgot he could do that, to be fair. I mean, hey, that's my fault, but Jesus Christ. Am I going to need to buy another builder? I'm going to have to chop everything. What if he culture bombs me again? I'm slightly concerned now. That's not nice. That was mean what he just did to us. Michael's trade empire might not end up being the capital city after all. It might end up getting weakened. God damn. We'll go to Candy again, though. I get these envoys into these places. Eventually, we'll become their suzerain. We're not in a big rush. I kind of want to build a nuke and kill Kapiti. I'm pissed off now. What an absolute donkey. Why did he do that? Like, why would you do that? Like, that's just a very mean thing to do to somebody. Oh, we can trade with Auckland now. That's a pretty big boon, to be fair. That's a pretty... Oh, Hattusa's also in the middle. Hattusa's amazing. I mean, we already have the suzerainty of Auckland, and it's not threatened at all. So I think starting to get into Hattusa is a better option. Yeah, let's get both of these. Hattusa gives you some resources, which is really nice. Bro, how am I gonna... This is really lame, actually. Okay, I have to get this fishing boat. Bro, this is... I got done dirty here. I got done a little bit dirty here. So many... I mean, 27 gold and 1.5 production. Is that the suzerain ship? No, we still need 2 more. We have 1 to put in, though. I'm actually going to put it into a Tusa and get that going right away. There we go. And Himiko. Is Himiko available? No, Himiko's not available. Big sad. Hey, we completed the first circumnavigation, though. So we've found a tile on every single vertical axis with Paris here. That's so funny. I can go serfdom. I think builders gaining 2 extra charges is helpful for us right now. Bro, I'm genuinely furious about this. I'm not gonna shut up. Like, Kube, let me know in the comments what you think we should do with Kube, because this is ridiculous. Hey, we got the suzerainship of Candy now, just for sending trade routes there for the envoys, which is incredible. I mean, we've already discovered most of the natural wonders, but happy to have the suzerainship anyway. It denies it from someone else at the very least. Hey, we found the Cliffs of Dover. So that should be a relic. Yeah, the Stone of Scone. Hell yeah, that's 6 faith, man. That's an extra 30% faith we just generated. Dude, that's sick. That's so funny. Ah, Mohenjo-Daro's also here. We love Mohenjo-Daro. Not that it's helpful for us, but just any place we can start collecting envoys is worth it. Oh, no, Nagaz Garmu's going to get taken out. Why are we allowing this? I guess there's not much I can do with it, but hey. Yeah, Nagaz Garmu's going. We don't need this suzerainship. But the other thing we have to consider is later on, just the amount of envoys we have is going to be worth something. Right? Like there's policy cards and stuff that give you envoys like per city-state envoy you have. So losing these city-states is really not ideal. Yeah, here it is. 1 gold from each of your envoys at city-states. Obviously something worth putting in. Right? And it just is... get rid of the production. It just like is worse when you have fewer envoys. Contractor's really good. We can bump Reina around, which isn't always ideal, but being able to purchase districts with gold can be very helpful. For instance, I can purchase this industrial zone to go here next to this horse, which is something I think I might want to do. Separately, once we get into the territory of banks, we can start getting the commercial hubs next to the harbors as well, which is also something I'm interested in. Bro, did we lose it on the last turn? No, Nagaz Garmu just got taken. That's so annoying. How many envoys is there? I have 4 envoys in Nagaz Garmu. Damn. Damn, but that's okay, because we got the Colossus! Hell yeah, we did it. Even with the culture bomb. There we go. The Colossus is complete. We're very, very happy with that. Trade route and trader, which is wonderful. I guess we're just going to start getting Mohenjo-Daro now, I suppose. All right, this is our 4th or 5th one to Mohenjo-Daro. I wonder if it's going to give us the suzerainship. Not yet. Wow, I guess someone's got Amani in there, though. Yeah, we need 6. Okay. All right, fair enough. I see how it is. Hattusa, though, Auckland, these are both ones we already have. I mean, the thing is, you're giving up more. At this point, you're giving up quite a bit of gold. Like, at this point, 27 is real good. I still value early on getting these envoys, though. Once you have enough envoys, you can kind of just set it and forget it, right? Like, you know no one's going to catch up. So by the time these trade routes reset, we can go for more gold-focused plays. We're going to hit 10 pop no problem for the next district slot, so I am going to buy this industrial zone here. It's not the best industrial zone ever inherently, but the factory is going to give some boost to some cities, which I think is helpful. Separately, I want great engineer points. Great engineer is very, very, very valuable. Devotion to Sinbad. Sinbad is available, which is great. That's the water-focused one. You get a lot of gold with Sinbad, which is awesome. I think we know we want a commercial hub here. We're going to be getting the Gilded Vault. They give adjacency to each other, I believe, but you just can't double dip on the trade routes without the Gilded Vault. I think for our I think the +6 holy site's very, very good. I think we got to go for the harbor first, though. Just get the harbor out of the way. And then once we get the trade road capacity, we'll go for that holy site over here, I reckon. With our golden, it's just going to keep coming through and buying things that we can buy, right? We can buy a workshop. We need a workshop. That's wonderful. Our faith is kind of generating to the point where we can think about another settler. There's some great settling options. I'm also going to start to look to purchase some luxury resources for amenities. We're kind of stuck on one continent here. We're not really settling multiple continents. So like 4 gold every turn and 33 flat for 12 additional amenities is very, very valuable. We've also now just unlocked our navigation schools. You get production towards naval units, which is great. 1 science for every 2 coast or lake tiles in this city is really, really good as well. It sucks in Michael's trade empire because we got culture bombed out of some of them, but alas, that's how it goes sometimes, I suppose. I hope there's a way to culture bomb these back that I just haven't thought of yet. Bro, we made it to the Ifa Jackalope. Hell yeah. Is this tile going to get us all of them? I mean, I think this settle is going to get us most of the tiles, and that volcano keeps exploding, so they're all pretty good. Look, I know I want to get Nagaz Garmu back as well, but I'm not getting involved. I don't have an army for that. We got our first great person, Great Admiral Zheng He. Now, great people are hard to come by. Fixed amount, the more civs in a game, the harder they are to get as everyone's kind of generating points. As you can see, we're kind of behind. Although with the amount of gold, we might just be able to buy the ones we want. Anyways, we're going to recruit this one. Free trader unit in the city, increases trade route capacity. Foreign trade routes to this city, provide gold to both cities. Incredible stuff. All stuff we're happy with. Now, I think actually Evora is going to be more central as a trade destination, so I am gonna move this guy to Evora and use him there. And there we are. We're gonna settle the Ifa Jackalope. That'll be another couple of era score, which is great. Different continent as well, so hopefully some new luxury resources around. That would be ideal. And I can indulge in buying some of these really good tiles, which feels good. Uh-oh, this guy's dead. Double crossbows? What's that gonna do? I'm kind of curious. No, stop. I get it. You're doing great, Anansi. Good stuff. What about you, though? Are you gonna die? Is everything okay? I'll get the industry in the capital here. I think if we're going to have culture anywhere, it'll be in Michael's trade empire for now. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he lived. Hell yeah. Now, one of the dumbest mechanics in Civ 6 ever is you can't heal boats outside of your own territory, so we got to now make it back to Faro, but I suppose we'll just have to make that work. Anyways, we can start buying our navigational schools. They cost 1,000, but they're going to give us that science we are oh so desperate for, which is amazing. Our people take pride in the navigation school. I hope so. We're also way over, already in a golden age for the next age, and there's still at least 20 turns left, which is crazy. All right, no more charges on Anansi, so you're just gonna be a glorified scout until you perish and fall off the map. All right, here we go. Great person activated, getting that trade route up and running. In this case, we'll go to Auckland. There are other trade routes I want. I'm just trying to fluff up the envoy numbers to the point where no one can realistically catch us. Took us a second, but we're getting this harbor adjacency bonus. And remember, we also have our harbors giving us science right now, so this will be a reasonable boost to our science. I'll put that in instead of build charges for now, since we already have the builders with the charges that we need on the map. Merchant Republic is going to be great. 10 gold in all cities with a governor. And now that we've kind of got to where we need to with Reina, we're going to start having more governors. We now have Sinbad on the map. Let's get some open borders here. I guess we don't actually need them because we can transfer Sinbad. Sinbad can kind of target some of these barbarian camps, though, which is really, really nice. So I actually am going to transfer him to Vizia, and then we'll have him come down here and ruin this barbarian's life. Now that we're set up with the districts we need, let's get a commercial hub. We want this done and dusted. It can go on this bananas tile. That's totally fine, but we want to make sure we can get those banks. Additionally, it is time. Do we not have... Why can't I build a navigational school? Ah, you know why I can't build a navigational school? Because it doesn't go in the harbor. It goes in the fucking campus. Oh my god. I am the dumbest dude on planet Earth. I didn't even realize that. Look, you're not here watching VanBradley for his strategery, but that was particularly fucking stupid. Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll build some campuses in time and get some more navigational schools. Everything. Oh, I'm so dumb. Gonna get some lumber mills here, though. Really make these tiles impressive. Hell yeah, brother. This city's gonna rock. Is this the wonder? Are we getting mausoleum? I mean, the likelihood of us getting engineers, but we don't even need that many because we can just buy the ones we want. Like, find the one or two engineers we want, buy them. It's gonna be sick. Get those extra charges. Hell yeah, brother. All right, we've also unlocked the Now unit. Great time to come in here and see what this does. Basically, the Now units each have 2 charges to make these Fetorias. If we go into enemy territory and build these Fetorias with cities that we're trading with, everyone gets a benefit. This Feitoria gives them the gold in the production on that tile, but when we send trade routes to the city, we gain the gold in the production on those trade routes. So if we send multiple trade routes, let's say we put a Feitoria here in Kapiti, they get 1 set of the production and the gold, right? But if we send 1, 2, 3 different trade routes to Kapiti, we can kind of triple dip on that, for example. So that's why the Fetorias are helpful. They're not going to be the most amazing thing yet, but we're going to get some Now units. We'll upgrade some of our galleys when we get the chance, and we'll just put them down in cities we think we're going to trade with and hope that production and gold is going to do something for us later on. In a game with this many city-states, really wouldn't mind Kilwa if we can get it. I still cannot believe that I built the frickin' harbors thinking that's what I mean, we need them anyway, but I just thought that's what the navigation school was. Goddamn, VB's a dummy. All right, we're going for the campuses then. We need the Navi schools. Give me that science, baby. I needed to study at a navigational school to understand how the game worked, so that's why I made a dumb mistake. Just going around and buying granaries everywhere. I'll do this I'm not going to show you every time because this video will be 9 hours long, but just with the gold, we're stockpiling it, trying to find useful things to buy. Definitely want to try and save up for this great person if we can. This is a great one. Isidore of Militus, a little wonder production. Probably going to build some settlers, to be honest. I mean, we have enough now to get another settler, and there are some cool places we might want to settle. Yeah, I mean, once Sinbad's doing his thing, like a city over here makes a little bit of sense. A city down here makes a little bit of sense. We don't need to go like far and wide or anything. Loyalty would also be a problem if we did that. A city up here to kind of get one back on Coupe might be good. There are some options. Anyway, I'm just gonna use Sinbad on this barb camp, and boom, it's gone. It's gone forever, and we got a big chunk of gold. Now we just need some ranged boats or some military units to come and kill this, but that's a separate problem. There we go. We have enough gold to just buy this engineer, so we are going to just buy that engineer. That feels great. Now with Mausoleum, we have the extra charge here, so that's 3 actions for some wonder construction boostage, which is good. I think seeing as there are no barbarians here, I can just grab another city right here and feel pretty good about it. So in Avora, I'm just going to faith buy a settler here and just send it. Yeah, like this tile seems pretty good. Let's take up that choke point. We're going to save you for when there's a wonder we really want to build. I'll upgrade my galleys into the nows for now. I only need them for the charges. And so just getting our galleys back and upgrading them is probably the easiest thing to do. Especially, yeah, we're going to get 2 nows just down here. 360 each, though. That's a lot. We're not building any wonders anymore, so we can get rid of this card. I definitely want to keep both of these, though, which is the problem. But here we go. Trade Confederation, culture and gold from international trade routes. Doesn't get me the card I want, though, which gets rid of like half of the upgrade amount. But I guess we're just going to have to suck it up and upgrade the nows on the expensive instead of on the cheap. But there we go. Some more arrow score. But crucially, we can build a couple of Fetorias and cities we think we're going to trade with. Is this our chance to take Mohenjo-Daro? Oh, it sure is. Hell yeah. Now, the ability for Mohenjo-Daro is not going to be overly useful to us, but just a suzerainship in this area might be. Might as well buy the market here just so we're ready to go when we unlock those gilded vaults. That'll feel pretty darn good. All right, now is Kilwa buildable. Flat tile near the ocean. Kilwa is available. It gives you 3 envoys when it's built. When you're the suzerain of a city-state, you receive a boost to that type. But if you have more than 2 city-states of that same type, it applies to kind of the whole empire. So a really good way of getting some good boosts from city-states. And with this many city-states on the map, it's just a really, really good wonder to have. Also, if we put that wonder right here, if we get that Kilwa down right there, that's a great spot for a theater square later, which is helpful. We're going to get our main man, Isidore, over here to help out with this. Probably just grab another settler here. I think I want to just populate this. So we'll send some units down here. Let's upgrade. What do you need to upgrade? 20 hour? Upgrade you to a man of arms. We'll get some killing done over here. It's going to be great. Now, in anticipation for having Kilwa, we want to make sure we have at least 2 of each type. So if we have a culture one, we want to make sure we have 2 culture ones. We have a science one, we want 2 science ones, right? That'll give us the best benefit. So we're still the only ones in Auckland, and I wouldn't mind a big old production boost. So we can come in here in Johannesburg and get that one pretty easy. Now the total Kilwa production is 710. So I'm just going to do a little swap every turn. Every turn we'll come in here. This will be 215. So this will get me like very, very high up there, like 90% of the way. So we'll come in here. Yeah, no worries. Maybe even the whole thing. And then I'll just swap the campus back so it works the campus on the turn rollover, and then that'll be perfect. I think we'll try our best to get gold purchasing at minus 50% because that's funny, just for units at least. And then trade routes sent to me, baby. Give me the trade route capacity. I'll make the best use of it. Okay, well, we didn't get that one. That's fine. And we didn't get that one either. So we suck mainly. Mainly the world hates us and doesn't like us very much. But we'll go Merchant Republic. That's a little bit of gold. Production Awards Districts. All stuff we like. Get that money discount on the upgrades, which is cool. We can finally get a lighthouse in Bragira, which is really, really good. So we are absolutely going to do that. We can grab a trader to fill in that slot. I think next we need some food too, which might happen naturally. We need a way to get some food. But I think as well, there's a really good holy site here. And I think generating that faith is going to be good for us this game. So we'll get that holy site down. With the Kilwa only having 4 turns left, I'm going to sub the Kilwa in. Just get that done before we lose it. The campus we can get anytime. Site to all naval units. All right. Well, we can already go on the ocean, but you know what? We'll take that. Site to all naval units. Not so bad. Not a problem. We're going to settle another city here, just kind of in this crossing area. Guarda. Hell yeah. I'm going to buy some tiles. Just some ones I think we might need. Nothing crazy. We'll grow out the rest, but I think that jade might be helpful. We have unlocked the bank, which also means we have unlocked the Gilded Vault. Now, these Gilded Vaults are very, very powerful. They cost 1160, no problem. We're generating a ton of gold. They give us culture equal to the gold adjacency bonus, so that's wonderful. It's going to be a little bit of culture, but also gives us that trade route capacity, which is great. We're going to buy a couple of these. Oh my god, this is going to be so good for us. Oh my goodness. There we go. Honestly, Bragira had some good trade route options, so we'll go here. Hunza, new on the map, a barbarian clan that turned into a city-state. Another one, let's get one in Faro, see if we can trade with Hunza. Another city-state worth getting some envoys in, you know? We can finally get Pingala, and I want Pingala in a high-population city. I mean, I really do want Pingala in Reina. Actually, you know what? We're going to move that. I want Pingala to go in the capital, and then Reina. Where do we need to buy? Vizia, maybe? Evora? Doesn't really matter. This one has the best adjacency to double, so I think we'll do that. We can build the Fetorias in the city-states we're trading with as well if they're on the coast. So we're just going to build a Feitoria right here, which is awesome. So all of those trade routes to Mohenjo-Daro should be getting that gold in production. It seems that the new trade routes to Mohenjo-Daro, this one we just set up, did get the bonus from the Feitoria, which is fine. So that's perfect. It seems like that does work. All right, give me that Kilwa, baby. Give me that Kilwa. Come on. Don't let it be stolen. I'm here. I'm ready. Yes. Good. We did it. Oh, she's beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, we're not going to get too many bonuses early on. There's not a lot of city-states with which we have 2 different options, but we're about to. So we're about to have 2 productions, so we'll get those production bonuses. I want the gold bonuses more than anything, though. We currently have no gold city-states. We had some work to do there. We'll work on that, though. We'll keep an eye on it as we get some of these bonuses, how we're feeling about it. Ooh, Valletta, also tradable. Valletta has a good ability, which is great. We got the campus done in Evora now that we have finished the Kilwa. So we are going to build the library, and we're going to build the navigational school, which goes inside a campus, not inside a harbor. But anyways, that's going to be a good science boost for us. If we take a look at the yields, we're kind of catching up to the high-end deity people at around 127, so that's not so bad. A lot of good district options here. I really do want this industrial zone, but I think we're going to go for the commercial hub for the additional trade route. Now, the commercial hub not having any adjacency is a problem, so I'm actually going to go for this really good theater square here. We have 2 settlers on the water now. This one is going to settle right here. I think this is a great spot for a city. Take up this land, maybe build some wonders, some districts, some good tiles here for a campus. This settler's tricky, though. I'm not sure exactly where to send. I feel like even though the loyalty's bad, somewhere over here might make sense. I mean, somewhere down here also makes a ton of sense, so maybe we'll just do that. Feitoria going down in Hunza, which is great. We're going to have tons of trade routes going to Hunza. And then we have some going to Nagaz Garmu, so I just got to sneak my way through here, if that's okay. Wonderful. Much love.
The Pantanal
Ooh,
is the most complex.
Pantanal. Nice. That's another relic, isn't it? Yeah. No? I thought it was every time we discovered a new world wonder. Oh, I might have lost the suzerain ship. Nope, definitely still the suzerain. Well, what the hell? All right, well, I feel ripped off by Sid Meier personally. I'm heading into mercantilism. I really want to try and build the Tour de Belém, international trade routes from this city. So we'll send it from that city, receive 2 golds for every luxury resource at the destination. Seems really, really great. Also gives us some buildings if we build more districts in that city, but that extra trade route bonus is definitely what I'm looking for. Vatican City, another trade option on the water. All right, lots of good options here as the barbarians kind of turn from clans into city-states. And I believe this is the last turn of our heroic medieval era. I think we're moving on in the next stage here. So last turn, I don't know if we'll take monumentality in the next one. And so we'll see what our options are. So I might want to do some faith purchasing. Ah, another new barbarian encampment here to destroy. That's pretty cool. I think I'll grab a settler in Faro with the intention of settling this area right here, and we'll see how the loyalty works. We'll see how the loyalty works when we get up there, because we're about to head into another golden age, but they might be in dark ages down here, so we'll see. It might still work out for us. We're going to lose a reasonable chunk of science for our harbor adjacencies no longer giving us science, but that's okay. And the world enters the Renaissance era. Yeah, we lost about 50. Jesus. All right, no Dark Ages, which really does put a damper on this plan to potentially settle over here. Oh, it's even worse. All right. Let's consider it a challenge. So monumentality still an option. Buying things with face still an option. Probably the best option, to be fair. Traders cannot be plundered. Trade routes provide 3 gold per specialty district. This is the most fun one for what we're doing. Hickshunt Dracone's also great, especially for this play we're trying to make. However, we're taking Reform the Coinage. We are a trade route empire. We're going for max trade routes. This is an insane amount of gold that we're about to get. I think, though, that's a great spot to leave this video at the beginning of a golden Renaissance age here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you'll stick around for the next video where we will finish this game and see how powerful we can make Portugal. It's been a real joy and delight coming back to Civ 6 for a game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Join the Discord server, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we will see you in the next one.